This year, Valve introduced a new system for their CSGO majors that left a lot of fans and even some CSGO pros confused.
I don't understand. So someone fill me in. How does this whole qualifier work? My chat doesn't understand either, so.
I literally don't even know. That's why I'm trolling.
With team categories like New and Fallen Legends, it can sound more like a Halo tournament than a CSGO major. So we're breaking down exactly how the new tournaments work and what it takes to get an invite. In Valve's new structure, 24 teams get a chance to play, and the major is broken down into 3 stages. The first stage is called the New Challengers stage. Formerly known as the Major Offline Qualifier, this stage has 16 teams who are the Minors champions and the previous Majors Fallen. The Minor champions are the top 2 teams from each regional minor leading up to the current major. So if your team placed first or second at one of these 4 minor events, you wind up in this category. Additionally, the 2 top finishing 3rd place teams from those minor events get the final 2 slots in the Minor Champions category, making a grand total of 10 teams. The other 6 teams are the bottom 6 teams from last major's 2nd stage, who automatically qualify for this stage and are called the previous major's Fallen. Those teams all compete in the stage, and the top 8 teams go on to the New Legends stage, with the bottom 8 teams getting eliminated and having to qualify all over again to make the next major. This stage is 5 matches, and they use the Team Swiss system format, which is basically just a fancy way of saying a single loss doesn't eliminate you. Matches 1 through 4 are just best of 1 matches, but any teams still playing in round 5 will need to win a best of 3. The goal here is to win 3 matches. If you do, you're in. If you lose 3 rounds, you're eliminated. As soon as you get your 3 wins, you stop playing, so it's basically a race to win 3 matches. Next up is what used to be the group stage, which is now called the New Legends stage. This stage also has 16 teams and is broken up into 2 categories. The 8 teams who qualified from the New Challengers stage, who are called the New Challengers, and the 8 best teams from the last major, called the Current Legends, who automatically qualified for the New Legends stage, basically getting a bye into the 2nd round of the major. This round has exactly the same format as the New Challengers stage, with the goal being to win 3 of the 5 rounds to move on to the next stage. These 2 groups of teams compete for 8 slots in the final stage of the major. The top 8 teams move on to the final round, and the teams who finished in the bottom 6 get qualified as the previous major's Fallen, having to start over from the New Challengers stage of the year's next major. The final round, which used to be called the playoffs, is now called the New Champions stage, and is made up of the top 8 teams from the New Legends stage. These teams are known as the New Legends and will compete to win the actual major. Since the stakes are higher, this stage uses a single elimination format, and every round is a best of 3 the entire time, instead of best of 1 like most rounds of the stages before them. The New Champions stage's seeding is determined based on a team's overall score and the strength of the teams they beat in the previous rounds. The teams with the best records and the hardest competition will get the best seeds and play against the lower seeded teams who may have had either less wins or lesser competition on their road to the New Champions stage. After 3 elimination rounds, only 1 team will remain undefeated, and they will be the winner of the major and get the biggest chunk of that $1 million prize pool. That winning team, along with the other 7 teams in this stage, will also qualify for the next year's New Legends stage without having to play in the first stage or any regional minor. And that's how the new major system works for CSGO. Hopefully this video has given you a little better of a grasp on how exactly the new major system works. If you think we left anything out, please let us know in the comments below. And as always, another video is on the way.